Hey guys, in this quick video I'm going to show you how to install Proxmox Virtual Environment. First, get your boot media ready on a USB flash drive. If you need help with that, check the link down below in the description. Then turn on your PC. You might need to go into BIOS, usually that's F2 or delete on the time when the computer boots up. And I had to go into the boot settings and enable CSM. So this is compatibility support module. So that's enabled, and these are the settings I'm using. When you boot up from the flash drive, the Proxmox installation screen appears. You do need to note that Proxmox does not use DHCP to get an IP, so you do need to set a static IP. In my case, I made my life a bit easier by booting up the PC first with a flash drive running Ubuntu. So then I got a lease in the router. So I then went to services and view leases, and I clicked on the lease which I identified as the one from my PC, and I set a static IP for that MAC address. I'm going to continue with the installation and say install Proxmox with the graphical user interface. First we'll see the end user license agreement. You can read that if you like and then click I agree. On the next screen you choose the installation media. In my case I have two Kingston NVMe drives of 1 terabyte, and I want to go into options. By default it would use OneDrive and the X4 file system. To have redundancy for the boot drive, it's recommended to go with ZFS RAID1, so that's mirroring, and well, of course you do lose the capacity, but then you do have a redundancy of one drive. So even if one of the boot disks fail, the system will still be up and running. Under advanced options, I'm leaving everything in default. Then hit OK. And now we can proceed by hitting next. The country I'm living in needs to be filled in here, and then hit next. And next you can set the root password and an email address, and then hit next. This motherboard has two network interfaces, and the NO1 is the Ethernet port, so of course we want to use that. The other one would be Wi-Fi, and that's not really recommended for a Proxmox installation. The IP address is now coming from the router directly because the MAC address is already known to it. And for host name we can set, for example, proxmox.local. On the summary page you can check your details and hit install. Installation is fairly fast and it does not take long at all. On the summary page, if you uncheck the box about rebooting automatically after the installation completes, you will see this installation successful screen, and there you can see your IP address, and the port is 8006 to enter the web user interface. We can hit the reboot button. You should also unplug your USB flash drive. Now the installation steps are completed and the system has booted up, and you don't get any fancy graphical user interface on the host machine. You need to go on for example on your laptop, and then log in to the IP address and port you saw at the end. There you will be greeted with the user interface, and there's a login screen, and you log in with root and the password you set up at login. The password you set up in the installation phase. Then click login and you will be created with the user interface. There is a no valid subscription, a nag at the beginning. To get rid of that, use the post installation script. There's a link down below in the description for that, and also for getting the updates for the system. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.